Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's me, Bear, the Gen X GM. 2024, I'm going with bright lights. No more looking like I'm living in a cave. I'm going to open it up and make it bright and beautiful and light. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm joined by Cody. Go ahead and say your hellos, man.
Hey, what's happening? This is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. So what we're doing today is you guys joined us on the building character. Nope. Sorry, that's my stupid YouTube. If you joined us on the building character, the last one, we made a character called Hellwig, which was my first Palladium fantasy character I ever made. And today, Cody's going to run Hellwig through a fight. Look out, son. It's going to get ugly. I'm just looking for the image I generated with AI art of Hellwig, and sadly, I can't find it, which is making me sad. In my sad space, I am sad. But that's okay. So, Cody, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? What's the plan, Stan?
All right, so I'm going to run you through a simple combat of Palladium so people can see how it's done. We're not going to do any... I am going to maybe throw in a couple special maneuvers and stuff, but we're just going to play it like we would play a session. I'm going to narrate you through a combat, and we're going to play through it with the character you made. I will say I am not an expert on the Palladium system. I haven't really played Palladium in like 20 years, but I'm pretty well read up on it, and I used to play it a lot, so I kind of know what's going on. But the other thing about Palladium is there is a lot of interpretations, and there's a lot of FAQs and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I'm 20 years behind the scenes, so if there's something we miss or something we do wrong, feel free to correct us. That's fine. Also, this is just the way I run Palladium combat. Everybody does a little bit differently, and everybody runs different systems in Palladium differently. So, feel free to, tell us how you do it. And yeah, so that's about it. And of course, here's Bear's awesome character.
He's named Hellwig because we figured out really quick with his stats, he is basically, fantasy ultimate warrior. The man's got a physical strength of 27. He does plus 12 damage per hit. This is a fucking meat beater. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is here to fuck you up. That said, I don't have a strike bonus for him, so he's kind of fucked on hitting because his EP is only 15. But yeah, that's still fun. Let's get down to it. All right, so how do we start and what do we do, sir? I've got my percentile dice and my D20, and I got a bunch of other dice if we need them. I'm good to go. And these, by the way, these dice were a gift from Curtis.
Oh, nice.
A year and a half ago, and this is the amazing bronze and green set I've been looking for that's out of print, and I have a set now, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, those are really
nice.
First
time I'm actually using them in a game. This is going to be awesome. Like, this is real.
I just got my regular old boring
all right, fuck you.
Bone dice.
Just go ahead and piss all over my dice chair.
Your dice are awesome. I just, so I got these regular white dice a long time ago because nobody uses them.
Yeah.
And so because my dice would always get mixed up with other people's, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, Cody's dice are the bone dice. Like, everybody knows.
I had a tube of yellow dice.
Yeah,
that were just no one ever wanted to use, so I would use them as my dice so that we wouldn't touch them, and then loan them to a player I knew who was in town, didn't have any dice. He was getting back into gaming, and then he had to flee the country for reasons I'm not going to go into. And I don't know whatever happened to those dice. They just vanished into the fucking ecosystem of the world. So somewhere out there, I'm sure some customs official has a tube of really awesome yellow dice that all rolled really well. Like, they were clearly damaged because they all rolled high.
Awesome.
All right, Saturday Night Fight. Let's get her done.
All right, so I'm going to kind of, set the tone, set the narrative, and just run this like we're running a game.
Sorry, I just to make a shot at Sean. Beating meat, that's your usual Saturday night, isn't it? Come on. Just, now it's with friends. It's a circle jerk. All right, what do I do? What are we doing? Set the stage and tell me what to do, and then I'm going to trust you.
All right. Hellwig, you've been walking through the woods for some time. You're going to the city, Greyhaven. You've been looking for work. You've been wondering, trying to find a job coming from you're basically, I assume you're basically kind of like a Conan type, a lone warrior.
He's a lone wolf, lives on the edge, plays by his own rules.
So you've been going to this
80s action hero.
Yeah, exactly. So you've been going to the city to seek out work. You're just a couple miles down the forest path. You can hear the wind rustling through the trees. The sky started to darken a little bit, and it's been cloudy all day, but the wind picks up and you can see the clouds moving rapidly above you. And then, a soft patter of rain comes down. Now this path, though, it has, it's raised on either side. So it's kind of a sunken road where you're at. You're not too far out of town. When you see 3 goblins jump out on top, into the road. Now, 2 of them have short spears and shields, and one of them has a sword, and he has a huge scar down his face. And he, mutters at you in a very rough, common dialect. Give us your gold, warrior, and we will let you go freely.
So, Hellwig, the rain coming down on him now, starting to mat his hair a little bit, drop his bag of everything and sort of takes his sword and shield and, puts on his headpiece and goes, Vermin, I had wanted naught but to drink ale and bed wenches this evening, but slaying you will get my blood pumped. Come, let's do this.
All right. So combat, here we go. This is
Here we
where
go.
it works. So you're going to roll a...
Playing makes for thirsty work. Let's do it.
It does indeed. So you roll D20,
yeah,
and that's going to be your initiative. So I'm going to just...
it.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Do you have any kind of initiative bonus, which you probably don't?
No, I only have a PP of 15, so I got a 12.
Okay. And I'm just rolling for them as a group.
Sure.
That's the way I usually handle this kind of thing. Everybody does it differently. You can roll individually if you want. You can roll for a group. I just roll monsters as a group. I think we all do that. So they got a 17, so they're going to go first.
Thank God I got a shield.
The leader points his sword and he says, kill him and take everything he has. And the goblins start rushing you. So you've got 3 goblins coming at you. So the first one is going to attack you, which is the leader with the sword. Correct. So he has to get a 5 or above to hit you. He rolled a 9 total to hit. So he is going to hit you as of now. So now you get to parry.
Okay. What do I do?
So you roll D20 and you add any of your parry bonus.
My parry bonus is +2, and I have to beat his number, or I have to beat 5?
Equal to or beat his number.
And his number was
9.
9. Well, I got an 11 +2, so that's 13. So parry him off. Is the shield even useful at this point in time? Like, does the shield?
It is. So so you have shield. You have a shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in shield?
Yes.
Okay. So you would add what it does is it gives you a better parry bonus with your shield. Okay. So you should get a +1 to parry with the shield with your proficiency bonus.
Noted. Okay. Hey, Hunger. Okay. So that's good. Next guy. Let's go.
All right. So the next
I get my first. No, they all get their first, and then I get my first. Right. Okay.
Correct. Next goblin rolls a 10. So he's going to hit you, and you can parry again.
You got a 10?
Mm-hmm.
I get a 17 +2 +3, so that's a dirty 20.
Yeah. So 20, you're just, this guy thrusts you with his spear and you block it with your shield. And the next one tries to thrust under where there's a little gap in your shield in between the other ones. And he got a 8.
Now, how many parries do I get? As many as I have attacks, right?
You get as many as you have attacks.
So
I'm going to mention
attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, you were going to mention? Sorry, go ahead.
I will mention that if you are facing more than 3 opponents, you cannot parry the 4th opponent. I believe is how it works. And you basically can't parry that attack.
Okay. So what was his total?
He got a 8.
Well, I got a 9 +3, so I got an 11. So basically, sword, bash with the shield, down block that. Is it my turn now?
It's your turn.
Is one of these guys the big mouth that talks some shit?
Yeah. The guy with the scar and the big sword.
Yeah. Wanted to introduce him to the business point of my impressive barbarian sword. So excellent. I have no bonus to hit him on this. And I'm just going to roll to hit, see what happens. 18.
Okay, 18. Now you hit. He's going to be able to parry. He rolled a 3, and he's got a +1 to parry, which is a 4. So you hit him.
Okay.
So now you are going to roll damage.
Okay. So longsword. What's my damage on a longsword?
2d6.
2d6, and I add my 12 to it, right?
That's correct.
And I got beyond his armor, I'm sure, with an 18.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's another thing I didn't mention for everybody that's watching. Even if you rolled a hit, I said a 5 or better, but you're actually still trying to beat their armor rating, which is the equivalent of armor class in D&D.
Okay, so I rolled 11 for the damage plus 12, so 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. Yeah, so you slice through this guy, cutting across, his chainmail armor just falls into pieces, basically, as there's a huge gap there, which wouldn't actually happen in real life, but it's cool for theatrical reasons. And you can see parts of his gut spilling out as he's trying to hold it, and he's still alive, but just barely. Just barely.
Take to your heels, villains.
And they press the attack.
Yeah,
so
no intimidation bonus at all. So fuck it.
Yeah. So the way this would work is you take an action, they take an action, and it goes back and forth like that.
Now, can I still parry?
You can still parry.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, go for it.
All right. So if the leader attacks you, he gets a 4. Not rolling so hot tonight.
Yeah,
which
dude,
is
I
wouldn't hit you
just
anyway.
dropped a natural 20 plus my parry bonus of 3, so 23.
Yeah, you didn't even actually have to parry that one because he just completely whipped.
So I wouldn't even have to do that. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, it's distrustedy, Coco.
The next one, he rolled a 15.
Oh, I got a 13 plus 3 though, so that's 16. So again, clang clang. So I lost that one. Okay, last guy.
And the last one got a 16.
Ooh, I got an 8 plus 3, so 11. I'm getting hit. And he went past my AR of 14.
All right. So he comes in with his short spear, and you take a whopping 3 points of damage, which comes off your SDC first.
My 44 SDC. No, sorry, my 58 SDC. My armor has 44 SDC. But since he got past, I take it off my 58. So I took how much? 4?
3 points.
3. So I'm down to 55 SDC. All right.
Getting close.
My turn?
It is your turn.
So
what is also going to happen is they're out of attacks. So now you have more attacks than all of them combined.
I only have 2. Wait, no, I only have 2 left.
Yes.
So
you get first step first. Attacks.
Okay, so first step first is I'm going to finish off the guy who structural damage capacity. It's like when you watch a John Wayne movie and he gets into the big fight in the bar, and then after he stands up after winning, he sort of shrugs it off and he has to have a beer. That's what your SDC is. But if they get a critical, I think it goes straight to your hit points, right? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Which I only have 15. So, but my SDC is pretty damn tough. This guy can shrug off a lot of beatings. Okay. Hi, Catherine. Nice to see you. All right. So he's going to try and finish off the guy that he mortally wounded.
Yep.
17, no bonus.
17. Okay. You definitely got past his armor. He's going to try to parry. Then he got a whopping 7. So he doesn't even have the strength to lift his sword.
Okay. Thank God for my damage bonus, because that's what I rolled on 2d6. So 14 points.
Yeah, that'll do it. So you lop off, the head of the leader. He falls down dead, and you still have another attack because you have more attacks.
So the guy who hurt me, he glances at him and says, "Don't run away. I'll deal with you last." And then turns on the other guy. 5. I hit.
Yeah,
unless he parries it.
Right, but it won't even get past his armor rating.
No, but I'll still take some of his armor down.
Yeah, that's true. So his parry would be 14.
Oh, so I don't even fucking touch him.
Yeah,
all right, fuck that guy.
Okay, so you have no more attacks, correct?
Yeah. Now, do we re-roll initiative at the start of the round, or does it just carry over?
Well, you could do it however you want, but it calls for re-rolling initiative at the beginning of every round.
I prefer re-rolling initiative every round. All right. Ooh, 3.
All right. They go first. They're starting to cower a little bit, but it's still 2 against 1, and they think maybe they still have the odds against them. So the first one rolled a 20.
Oh, shiza. Yeah, I only got a grand total of 8 plus 3, 11 on my parry on that one, so I get hit on that one.
All right, so that's going to be 5 points of damage.
That's off my that's off my SDC still though, because
Yeah.
he didn't get a critical, right?
Not a critical. No.
So I'm down to 50 SDC. Okay, next guy.
Next guy rolled a 12.
He hits. I only got a 10 total.
All right.
Wow, Helwig's not looking good.
Well,
Helwig's talking too much shit. 1 point more damage.
Yeah.
But no, did he get past my AR? A 14?
No. So if you didn't go past your AR, it hits your armor, and you take the SDC off your armor.
So my armor's down to 43. My turn. Still keeping the first guy who hit me for last. I turn on the other guy. 18.
18 will hit. He'll try to parry. He rolled a whopping 3.
All right. That's some thirsty work. 10 plus 12. 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage.
This guy hits like a fucking horse when he hits.
Yeah. So you definitely give a mighty swipe across his his upper torso area, and you can see visibly you did damage, but he is not fallen.
Well, you know what? Fuck him. I still have an attack, so I'm going to take it on him and put him down.
Well, they still have one more attack as well.
Oh, do they? They have 2 attacks? I thought they only had 1.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready to carry some shit. Hey, Popper Knight, how you doing?
So
Bunny's
here.
Did we notice Bunny's here? I didn't even notice
Did
Bunny.
not. Didn't see Bunny.
There's Catherine. Hang on, sorry, I just got to scroll through the chat real quick. I didn't see Bunny show up. Is Bunny here? Say hi if you're here, Bunny, because someone said hi, Bunny. Bunny doing better, I hope, but I don't see Bunny's chat anywhere. Bunny, did you block me, you evil person? I don't think Bunny's here. Is she here? No, she's here. Hi, Bunny, if you're here. Hey, Malachi. All right, so they're attacking me. Fuck that. Let's go. Sorry, guys, in the chat. We're going to ignore you for a bit while we're doing the fight.
Yeah, we'll talk about answer questions after the fight's over.
Yeah.
So the first goblin rolled a 3, which is not going to hit you. The second one rolled a 17.
Yeah, that's going to hit. I only got a 14.
Right.
I'm
so
right.
That'll go through your armor, and you take 2 points of damage.
2 points.
Mm-hmm.
That went through my armor. So my SDC is down to 48. Okay. All right, that fucker I badly hurt. Eat 11.
11. All right. That might not beat his armor rating.
You got chainmail?
Yeah.
14 is the
14.
AR for 14.
Yeah.
All right. That's how you still got to try and block it first. Yes, it has classes. They're called occupational character classes, and it does have levels.
He rolled a 14.
Oh, so he parried it. No,
Yeah,
he passed it. I only had an 11. All right. Well, I still have one last attack left. Fuck this guy.
Okay. All right. So next round.
All right. Initiative. Here we go. My chance to shot. 14.
They got a 19.
Fuck these goblins.
All right. So the first one rolled a 13 hit.
He hits. I only parry with an 8.
All right. Second pass your armor.
No. 14's my armor threshold.
Right. So it'll just damage your armor.
How much?
5 points of damage.
Oh shit. My armor's now down to 39. Ooh, it's taking a beating, my armor. Next guy.
Next guy rolled a 5.
Fuck him. 14 on the parry.
All right. You parry him away, and now it's your action.
Same wounded guy I was on before. That would be a grand total of 7 to hit.
7. He rolled a 20 to parry.
Fuck him. Fuck this goblin. Fuck. All right. Yes, Hungar. Absolutely. When you get out of the hospital, you need to get Palladium Fantasy 2E. There is a hardcover available if you like hardcovers, by the way. I got one coming. All right. Well, their turn. They got 2 more attacks, and then I'm going to fucking open up the can of whoop ass.
All right. So the first one rolled a 17 to hit.
5 for total.
5. Okay. So 17's more than your armor rating.
Yep.
So he did 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage puts me down to 44 SDC now. Fucking.
All right. And
no, I was at 45. Hang on, I was at 45. No, my armor was at 40. That's right. Yeah, I'm good.
Second one rolled a 10 to hit.
Yeah, fuck him. That's a 15.
All right. You parry the blow. It's your turn.
All right, wounded fucker. I tire of this. This is thirsty work, and I shall have at thee. 13 to hit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
He rolled a 10.
Yeah, this is going to be straight SDC damage on his armor, but motherfucker, I just rolled double 6s, so that's 24 points of damage to his armor.
Fuck yeah, 24 points of damage. That'll definitely, you can visibly see, links of chainmail falling away.
Okay, and then my 2 attacks that remain, one more on him. 16 to hit.
16. He rolled a 12, so you hit him.
And I bypass his armor. I find that sweet spot. And I do 7 plus 12, 19 points of damage to him.
Yeah, 19 points of damage. You go through the kinks of his armor, go right through his gut, and pull out your sword as the goblin falls.
Don't pull it out. Put it through, look him in the eye, and then throw him over my shoulder with my massive strength.
Even better.
Turn on the other guy in the rain and point the sword directly at him and just say, now I will have you.
All right, initiative.
Yeah, no, it's my last attack.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, it's only a 5. So let's see if he dodges it.
He rolled a 4, so you actually hit him.
His armor takes 20 points of damage.
Yeah, you definitely give him a mighty concussive blow, and you kind of knock the wind out of him, and you can see that like his armor has taken a lot of damage, and goblin armor is not that great anyways.
My initiative is 6.
6. He rolled a 9.
All right, bring it, bitch.
Now, typically, I would have this goblin run away, but he's going to keep fighting.
Sure, why not?
He rolled a 7 to hit.
17, 20. The dirty 20 to block. Parry. So that parried. Counter attack. 5.
He rolled a 15, so he parries your blow.
All right.
His second attack, he rolled a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So go through your armor, and you take 3 points of damage.
So I was at 48. Take 3. I'm down to 45 now in my SDC. I should really write this down. Anyway, attack, miss, and my last attack. Ooh, 14. If I hit him, it's going to go past his armor.
Yeah, he rolled a 9.
20 points of damage straight to his SDC.
Okay. Yeah, you visibly deal some damage to him, and he's hurting, but he is still up.
All right, let's go for initiative. 5.
18.
I can't roll initiative for shit.
So
guys, I'm going to answer all your questions when it's over. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. The goblin thrusts at you. He rolls a 5. It's a pretty clumsy thrust as he's shaking in his boots.
Dirty 20. Bash it away with my shield. Counter attack. 14.
14. He rolled a natural 20.
Go fuck yourself. All right.
11.
Total of 5. He does damage to me. But no, it's on my SDC. It's not on my armor. It's not on my body.
Yeah. 1 point of damage.
So that's now was at 40. It's now 39. We'll have to have this fixed when I reach the civilized world. 5.
He rolled a 12.
Yeah, fuck him. I have 1 attack left.
Yeah.
14.
14. Yes, he rolled a 7.
21 points of damage. 9 plus 12.
Finish him off.
That kills him.
Yeah.
Helwig is angry. He urinates on the goblins' bodies in anger. and then picks up his shit. Doesn't even bother kicking him to the side of the road. Fuck that. Leave him there as a warning to the rest, and starts trudging to town to get fucking his armor fixed. All right, let's go through the chat. That was fun, actually. It plays really fast. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the chats and see what we get here for stuff people want to talk about. Palladium is how we say it in Arizona, apparently, because aberrant is something you have to worry about. Bone Dice Gods, good evening. Turn the beat around. Don't see a lot of questions until we get going. Each goblin, I would think, should have rolled up initiative in a normal game, but not as a group, says Carver. Parries are free. He has unlimited parries. Well, we're using the rule that you only have as many parries as you have attacks. And if you have more attackers than the amount of attacks you have, then you got not enough parries. That's just that we heard it was an optional rule that was available. Cody, you want to explain that one?
Yeah. So yes, you're right. Parries are free. We have not been counting parries as attacks. Of course, we were moving pretty fast there, so people might have got lost. What I was mentioning at the beginning, though, is there is a rule in a lot of the Palladium second editions. I think it's either 3 or 4 attackers. Once you get over that next attacker, you cannot parry that attack at all. But yes, parries are free. For sure.
I'm just marking some of the starring some of the questions.
Yeah, and initiative, of course, I explained that at the beginning. I roll group initiative for groups of monsters, but you can do it however you wish. That's just the way I do it. I'm not saying that's the correct way to do it.
Okay. So I'm just going through. Malachi points out where the question of the fact is answered. Yes, King Eric. Yes, armor can be damaged, which is a really cool thing. Hello, Manta Ray. Does it have classes and levels? Yes, it has OCCs and levels, as we said. Hungar. Okay, and there's that one. I'm just starring everything. We're gonna get through it. I do apologize. Yeah, the goblin is my new nemesis. Exactly, filthy goblins is. Yes, Aaron Reynolds, Palladium Fantasy is criminally underrated. I agree. It's all riffs. And then they're arguing with each other about parries. I'm not even gonna bother. How is armor repaired? So I'm gonna tag that one. Can you regenerate SDC? Tagging that one. Hang on, guys. We're gonna have a whole bunch of questions coming in. We're gonna get it. Oh my God, there's the Malachi and Carver having it out, deciding on which rule is going to be the one to go for. Brian likes the amount of dice rolling we did. Parry is not auto. Okay, I don't know what they're arguing about now. Yes, once you're out of SDC, you go straight to hit points, which is why I think they should have used something else for humans since items have SDC.
Yeah.
They should have used a different term. Yeah, exactly, Coco. Helwig's initiative is crap because he's already gassed out. Take paired weapons. Go away, Papa Shango. I'm a sword and board man. Jump in late. Oh, hang on. Okay, all right. Got our starred comments. Let's go take a look. Start at the top. Is parry similar to a reaction in 5e? No, because a reaction is a bunch of different stuff you can do. It looks like, for me, I would say parry is literally a combat-only thing where you try and defend against the attack in a cinematic style. Cody?
Yes. Well, I haven't played 5th edition in a long time, so I don't remember what the reaction system is in 5th edition. But this system in Palladium is a reactive system. So you roll to attack, and the opponent gets to get some kind of defense, whether that's a dodge or a parry. Now, we didn't do dodges in the simulation there. No. Because usually dodges are only going to be done against a ranged weapon. Yeah. Because you can't parry ranged weapons. Usually there are circumstances of that, but most of the time you cannot. And then, of course, dodges do take up an action. And something that Legion of Myth brought up is important, is that you only get the free parry if you're trained in hand-to-hand combat. Otherwise, it counts as an action because you're not trained.
You're not a fighter. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So Malachi says, Carver, according to the fact on the Palladium site, you get as many parries as attacks. We'll let you two argue that out. Eric says, what's SDC? Structural damage capacity. If for equipment, it is how much damage they can take before they're destroyed. For characters, it's how much they can shrug off before they start taking wounds. Malachi, according to the fact, these guys are just going to argue. Both survives off Wormwood and does not, depending on which fact you read, but parries are listed as a free action if you have hand-to-hand. Question 13 under combat rules in the fact. There you go. Yes, it does have class and levels, like we said. Baron Cody, do roll initiative every round in D&D as well. I've not been doing that, but I like the idea. So I don't do that in 5e because 5e has so much of it on your next turn bullshit. So it would really suck if you cast a spell at the end of the round, then that guy goes first in the next round, and then now you went last, he goes first. All of a sudden, your spell is useless because on his next turn it wears off. So in 5e, you don't reroll initiative every round unless you want to start getting into reworking spell stuff. In Palladium, I believe you're supposed to. Cody?
Yeah, I mean, generally, I just keep the same initiative for whatever game I'm playing. I just want combat to move, and but it just depends what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll have everybody roll initiative every combat round. Sometimes I just roll one time and we just go with it, you know.
Yeah. All right, these two are going to argue it out, and we'll let them argue it out. How is armor repaired? At a blacksmith, son.
Yeah, you pay to have your armor repaired, and there are costs for that at the back of the book.
Can you regenerate SDC?
Yes, you can.
Ow.
It's just like natural healing. You just have to rest, and you regain a certain amount for however much time you rest. Same with hit points.
There we go. All right, they're still arguing about parries and auto parries, and Mad Major says, yeah, once you're done with SDC, you go straight into your hit points. And then Mr. Legion of Myth, the Capellan prick says, jumped in late. I roll initiative by monster type. If you have an HTH skill, parries are free / unlimited. If you don't, they cost an action. Except the fact says you get as many as you have attacks. So, but there appears to be some arguing going on about that, but I'm not going to get into that argument. I like it as a rule. It calms down the crazy.
Yeah.
They're talking Kung Fu parry projectile. Hello, Walter MC. Thank you for answering my question. My pleasure, Zachary Roberts. Thank you for answering it. Grizatimus says, hey there, everyone. Hi, how you doing? Aragorn parry to throw die. I would allow you to parry.
Thrown weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
That makes sense.
Hell, and I mean, you know, look, Aragorn parried one. If you watch Season of the Witch with Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman, Nicolas Cage's character parries crossbow bolts with his sword. You know, it's heroic. You know what I mean? It's cinematic.
It's up to you whether you want to. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your game. You know, like, and that's the great thing about Palladium. It's supposed to be a cinematic, you know, experience, and you're supposed to interpret things how you want. So yeah, I mean, if you as a GM say, yeah, you can totally parry, you know, arrows with your sword, go right ahead. I don't see a problem with that at all.
Parry dodge to range attacks is at a penalty. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So
I really, nothing would make me happier, honest to God, if someone were to just take the Palladium Fantasy book and put all the rules in a single fucking document. Like, oh my God, easy to find. That would make me so happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah. It'd be sweet.
Its stuff is hidden in paragraphs and it's in weird places. It's like, it gets really exhausting trying to find everything. But Sean Robertson, we know, is going to make sure that the next edition of Palladium Fantasy that comes out is going to be tight, because based on the TMNT tightness, right?
I hope so. Whenever they get around to it. Yeah. I mean, it's just something you kind of get used to with Palladium.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's kind of shit all over the place. But to be honest, like, there were certain rules I didn't even know existed until recently. Like, I didn't know that people got. And
did it make it no fun to play the game not knowing those rules?
No, we still had fun with it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the point of it all, right? Is that the game is meant to be fun. Doesn't matter if you're playing Palladium, D&D, Whole, Paranoia, whatever you're playing, it's meant to be fun.
Exactly.
It's meant to be a good time. It's not meant to be rules lawyering and all that, unless you love rules lawyering, and then, you know, maybe your friends hate you, but you're having fun, so that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's meant to be a good time. And look, we just played for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Just did a fight. I had a blast. I haven't had that much fun in ages. That was really fun. I want to do it again. I want to do more. Cody, run something Palladium Fantasy, man.
run Palladium Fantasy? We want 2 Palladium Fantasy games going?
Dude, I want all the Palladium Fantasy games. I'm telling you right now, brother, because my next character is from Venice Beach, man. He hangs and bangs, brother.
Yeah, well, in my game, everybody has to take the persona of a wrestler.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no, can I play a veteran? I'll be like, I was in the thing with the Goblin Wars. That's what I did. I'm from a very secret place. It's called the Baja. It's a secluded beach protected by wizards. Wizards of the coast. They live on the coast, these wizards.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a paladin in the WW Goblin. I was a paladin, but now I just roam the
land. Awesome.
All right, so that was fun. And it didn't take long, and I feel that was quite enjoyable. Now, I know once we bring, say, magic or something like that into it, that's going to be really complicated. And guess what? That's going to be our next thing we do with Palladium, maybe next week, if Cody's got the time and I've got the time, and we will drag Brian into it with his yappy mouth and make him make a wizard, and then we'll see how magic works, and then we'll take it from there, and then maybe we'll do another fight after that where Hellwig teams up with some wizard and we take on more stuff, and that could be fun. And I hope this is beneficial for you guys watching. Clearly we're just trying to make everything streamlined for you. We're not getting too deep into the weeds, at least I hope not, and we do our best to answer your questions. It's definitely my shitty Jesse Ventura. He was the governor of Minnesota. But I'm not, I don't do it perfectly. I just do it for fun. Yes, Mr. Boivin will have to be Rick the Model Martel. Absolutely.
Also, so we didn't go deep into the weeds with this. There's all kinds of other tactical options you can do and other maneuvers you can have based on your hand-to-hand combat skills and stuff. And we didn't incorporate any of those things. I just wanted to give people an idea of the basics of combat and how it works. And so hopefully everybody got an idea of how it basically runs down.
I don't do a great Macho Man. There's only 2 things I can do with Macho Man, which is the oh yeah, and then I can also do the bone saw is ready. But Cody actually does a much better Macho Man than I do. Care to show him?
Oh yeah, let me tell you something, Bear. This Friday night, I'm gonna throw down. It's gonna be the powers of the old man. Oh yeah, let's go.
You know what, brother? When I was hanging and banging down on Muscle Beach, and they said, "Are the Macho Maniacs going to come together, and it's going to be the Mega Powers, and we collide, brother?" And that's what's going to happen. Oh, the only other fucking Macho Man thing I can do is from when he proposed to Elizabeth. Elizabeth, Elizabeth, will you marry me? Too funny, man. Too fucking funny. Hungar says he had a good time watching. He don't care about anybody else. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Just the way he rolls. Snap into it. Art thou bored? But yeah. I'm glad I got to see some Palladium Fantasy. It is awesome. He does a really good Macho Man. That's the thing, right? So we're going to get a van, and he's going to be Macho Man, and I'm going to be Ventura. And, the one I want to do is I got to practice it and learn it, but I don't think I can do it, as I really want to learn to do a Piper impersonation.
Oh,
Just, fuck. He was so energized, but his voice is higher than mine, so I think it's going to be hard to do. And I would love to do a Flair, but I've never done coke, so. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up because it was just a fast and dirty for you all. But thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for asking questions. Cody, any final thoughts you'd like to give about Palladium Fantasy?
No, Palladium's awesome. Go check it out. I think the reason we're doing this video is so we can show you guys that I think Palladium looks really intimidating on the surface when you look at the books, and it's all kind of out of order. I'm not going to, we've discussed that. The layout's not great and everything, but once you actually see it in action and see it in play, it's actually a pretty fast and elegant system, and it runs very smoothly, and I think it's a good system.
Why we're using Palladium 2E is because it's current. There's product being made for it, and 1E, people love 1E, but we made a decision that 2E was the way to go. And I have 1E. have this beautiful, 1E book, but it is for show. This ain't for play. But sadly, for those who want 1E, I get it. But at the end of the day, we're doing 2E because it's au courant, it's the way it works right now. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm absolutely happy that the Gen X GM channel can be part of this Palladium renaissance we seem to be going through. I'm glad that Cody is with me on this. And don't forget, we have a streamer live play, which is going to be Mr. Cody over here, Mr. Boivin, Max Liao. Who else is in this goddamn game? I always forget. Curtis is playing. And sorry, what?
John,
the old geek, and then there's one more, and I always there's 6 of them, and I always keep forgetting who's playing. Malachi, thank you. Yeah. And we're going to be playing once a month. I'm going to be running it in my world of High Asia. There's a couple of videos about High Asia up on the channel if you want to learn more about it. And we're going to do that once a month. I believe our first session we said was going to be the 20th of January. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's the 20th, the Saturday. So in 2 weeks' time on a Saturday, we're going to do the first session. So I really, really hope you guys. Yes, Malachi, we remembered. Make some videos, fuck. Make your channel more productive, Malachi. Come on. Do some Palladium stuff. Get everybody excited. But anyway, we're going to be back for that. We're going to be back next week, and we'll do another one of these next week for sure. Me, Cody, and we'll drag Brian in and make him make a character. And also, you should check out Gaming with ADHD. He just did a video about all the Palladium character creation rules. And there's just going to be more and more Palladium coming. Of course, always Legion of Myth, who every time I simulcast with him, I lose like 5 subscribers because I don't know why, but I lost a bunch last night. He does lots of Palladium stuff on his channel. Check that out as well. And beyond that, peace, love, geek, and Iron Age, Golden Age, Bronze Age. Welcome to the Palladium Age.